Welcome to the first of a 5-part webinar series looking at the sheep genetics analysis enhancements for 2023. I'm Peter Bradley and I'm the Manager of Sheep Genetics. Myself, along with Chloe Bunter, the Merino Select Development Officer, have arranged for a 5-part video series to be released explaining this year's analysis enhancements to the sheep genetics evaluation. As an overview of the series, this short video is just an introduction of the enhancements that are being rolled out this year, as well as an overview of the key themes. We'll then have 4 separate webinars that delve into the details on each of the enhancements. So as part of the first video, we'll look at this year's analysis enhancements. What are they? The key themes and the dates in which they'll be implemented. Firstly, it's really important to understand why we at Sheep Genetics work very, very closely with our colleagues at the Animal Genetics and Breeding Unit, or AGBU, to make updates to our genetic evaluation. As users of breeding values, being our seed stock breeders that are direct clients of Sheep Genetics, or RAM buyers, people that actually use breeding values in commercial industry, they're always our focus of why and how we make genetic progress within the industry. From a sheep genetics perspective, we're responsible for delivering those breeding values to both of those users. So we're thinking and constantly evolving and updating our systems, websites and tools to help our users make the most use of the great genetic evaluation that we have here in Australia for sheep. Our colleagues at AGBU are responsible for creating and refining the engine that we use to calculate breeding values. So all the enhancements that we're talking about throughout these webinars have been worked on by the team at AGBU to make sure that we are providing the most robust evaluation that's using the data that's being captured, as well as the latest genetic tools. And the reason we're continuing to update our evaluations is because there's ongoing genetics R&D. There's new traits being captured and coming online all the time through our investments that we're making in genetics research and development. And we're also seeing large growths in the amount of breeder data for different traits and in particular genotypes being submitted to the evaluation. So our enhancements for 2023 are summarised in the table on the screen. Those boxes with the green arrows are the enhancements that we can expect to have an impact on the ASBVs. The boxes with the purple ticks are important enhancements. However, we won't see an impact directly on the breeding values that are reported as a result of these. In the next video, Chloe will be delving into the genetic parameter updates for Merinos, Dooneys and Sams, as well as the updated portioning of genomic and pedigree information in the Merino evaluation. Later on in the video series, I'll be delving into the new lambing ease model that's being rolled out for terminals. And then our other updates include updates to the SNPs, or single nucleotide polymorphisms, that are being used in the genomic analyses for Merinos, terminal and maternal. So we won't actually delve into this enhancement in any more detail. It has very, very limited or no impact on breeding values reported this year, but it is an important update. Essentially, what this update is looking at is as our genomic providers that we work with have included new SNPs as part of their genotyping products, we need to make sure that we're using those SNPs in the evaluation. As a result, we see an approximate increase of about 1,600 extra SNPs being used in the evaluation. But as I mentioned, this is not having much of an impact on breeding values at all, so we won't spend any more time looking at that enhancement. Chloe will also provide a short update on where the new research indexes for Merinos are. These will be rolled out separately to the main updates to the Merino Select evaluation. And there will be more webinars and opportunity to delve into these at a later date. There will also be a short video on the updated accuracy calculation that impacts the terminal and maternal evaluation. So when are we rolling out these enhancements? The updates to the Merino Select analysis that you'll hear about being the parameters and the updates to the petitioning of genomic and pedigree information, they'll be made in the results that are published from the 21st of May run. The updates to the lamb plan analysis, including the lambing ease for terminals and the updated accuracy for maternals and terminals, will be published as part of the 1st of June lamb plan analysis. And as I mentioned previously, we are planning on releasing new Merino Select indexes as research indexes that will run alongside the existing indexes for Merinos for a 12-month period, as there's been extensive work done in updating the software that sits behind these indexes. These will be released as part of the 21st of June Merino Select run, and there will be more documentation and webinars ahead of this release. So in summary, the key themes for this year's analysis enhancement really are reflected in these 4 boxes. The first reason of why we've embarked on the enhancements that we have for this year is that we have more data recorded than ever before that better inform the type of adjustments and parameters that we use as part of the evaluation. And a lot of that has been resulted from not just research projects, but increases in recording in breeder flocks. In the Merino evaluation in particular, we've had a very, very exponential increase for the last 5 years in the amount of genomic information that's being submitted into the evaluation by our breeders. This has meant we've needed to review how this is being used in the evaluation relative to the pedigree that's being supplied. The third key theme that relates to both the analysis and the index development is that there's been a key focus at improving the software and analyses to make sure that we're providing a better estimate of an animal's genetic merit. And finally, whilst this year a lot of the work, or the largest body of work, focuses on the Merino parameters and Merino indexes, this work really underpins and are key enablers to similar updates for parameters indexes in coming years for the maternal and terminal valuations. Thank you.